All right, my name's Nick. If you don't know, I live in the Catskills. That's upstate New York. I do a lot of work on the truck videos, work in the shop, working in the house. If you like that, subscribe. I bet you'll be happy. Today we're kind of preparing for the winter. This is like step one to prepare for the winter. This is going to be a two-part process. We'll do one video at a time, but this part is going to be about ceramic coating. Now, I wasn't going to do a video on this unless I had something different to say. And I guess the different thing that I want to say is I am very, very skeptical. And this is not a video where I start off saying I'm very skeptical, and then by the end of the video, I'm like, wow, this is completely not what I thought. No, that's not about that. This is not what this is. So if that's what you think, forget it. I am actually very skeptical. I have done a test already. It's a 2-week test. I put it on a quarter panel in the back, and I'll tell you right away, once it dried, I wiped it off. There's a process. You put it on, you let it sit for a couple of minutes, and then you wipe it off with or I guess you're basically smoothing it out with a microfiber. I waited like an hour, and I touched the surface, and it was like nothing that I've ever felt before. I will be honest with you. It felt totally and completely slick to the touch, and I was like, this is amazing. And then I was like, you know what, let's just relax here, okay? A week later, I touched it, and I'm like, this kind of doesn't feel any different than it did before the ceramic coating. Then another week later, I touched it, I'm like, there's no difference. This is just the truck again. There's nothing that I can feel at all that is different. Then people talk about the beating and the rolling over the water. I don't have any of that. So I don't know what's happening, but as of this moment, I have 2 canisters from a company called Avalon. If you follow, well, if you subscribe to LegitStreetCars, that's like my favorite mechanic channel. This guy is totally on the up and up. He's the real deal. He says he puts this on every single one of his cars. Now, that's the only reason I bought it, because I said, if this guy says he does it, then I believe him. Now, does it work? I don't know. He says he puts it on every single one of his cars, which is absolutely the truth, right? But does it work? I tell you, I really don't know. But I have this stuff here. It cost me, I don't know. I'm going to look up the price, and I'll put it down here. But I believe it was like 150 bucks. So it's 2 bottles of ceramic coating, and it's a bottle of shampoo, and it's a bottle of like cleaner, I guess you could say. I believe it was one of their like really good sales that they run during the year, which is, that's a whole big gimmick anyway, but we're not going to get into that. But either way, I said, you know what, this first of all, this helps out LegitStreetCars, and I just love his videos. But also it might work, and it's not $1 zillion. We're not talking about 500 bucks. So we're going to put this stuff on here, and then honestly, I'm going to report back in a couple of weeks. And honestly, I believe I think it's going to be a waste of my time. We'll be honest with you. That's my gut feeling as of this moment, because the quarter panel I already did was a waste of my time. Now I'm going to go over that quarter panel again, a second time, just in case maybe I did it wrong or something. I didn't do it wrong, but just in case maybe I did, I'm going to go over it a second time, and we'll see what happens. Now, it's very easy. They give you a bunch of stuff here, obviously. You don't need to pay this much money for a little tiny bottle. They give you stuff. They give you a couple of rubber gloves. This is like an applicator pad. This is, I don't know, this is what you would, clean your eyeglasses with, or a computer screen or something like that. You put this over the applicator, you put a couple drops on here, and that's how you wipe it on. They give you a bunch of those right here, and a set of directions. And I have to say, I was just reviewing these again, just so I make sure that I get everything correct. And there, I did notice that I did make a mistake. And the mistake is in the maintenance right here. Avoid washing with soap for the first 5 to 7 days. And I did not do that. Without a doubt, I did not do that. So there is a chance that maybe I screwed it up. We will find out, because I am not going to wash it for 5 to 7 days. Without a doubt, I am not going to wash it. So I'll probably leave it in the garage for a while. So let's get started. Put these rubber gloves on. A lot of companies love to give rubber gloves because it makes it feel like that you're putting something on that's really like high tech. They give you these rubber gloves. It's like, man, you need rubber gloves to make, and it says use in a well ventilated area. Okay, come on, put the ventilated area. Come on, give me a break here. But we're going to use the rubber gloves because I'm scared. Now this isn't the brightest section of the garage, but that's all right. It's bright enough for me. It's right next to a window, and I also have a flashlight right here, which is something they recommend. Now, here's a couple of the things that they recommend. One is that get this thing totally and completely clean, because they say that once you put this stuff on, anything below it is on there, not permanent, but we're talking, you're not going to get it off for a year or two, essentially. That's an incredible promise from them. But that's what they say. So clean this thing good. Any kind of like little fine scratches, take them off. Polish everything out. Make sure you don't have any mud or whatever. Hit it with some bug and tar remover. Get it looking good, and then you're going to take your stuff here and your applicator pad and your, I don't know what you want to call this, applicator cloth maybe. And you're just going to put a few drops onto the applicator. Yep, okay. And then you're going to work in small sections, and you're going to do this just so you don't screw up. All right? And then you're going to leave it. You're going to leave that part, and I'm going to go to this next section. I'm going to put a couple drops on. I'm not really applying too much pressure here. I'm kind of just getting it on. And we're going to go to the next section. A couple drops. And we're letting that, we're going to let everything dry, and then we're going to wipe it down with a microfiber. Now, one thing, as you can tell, is I haven't removed these, which, at some point maybe I'll remove them and go over it with ceramic coating around that thing. But if I'm skeptical as of this moment, I don't think I want to do all that work. I'm not out here getting ready to call, Michael Shermer or anything, but I'm definitely skeptical. But yeah, I'm going to wait, 3-4 minutes, and then we'll wipe it down. Right now, to be honest with you, I could just go to this door. I think that's probably what I'll do. And maybe when I finish this door, then I'll go back and wipe this off. Just go in small sections. Man, I have to say, I do smell. This definitely has got a smell to it. That is for sure. Making me want to open up a window. Jesus. Okay, I did that passenger back door. This thing it's definitely been a few minutes for sure. It's probably been at least 5. And then we're just gonna smooth it out. Now, I don't know if I should be doing it back and forth quick like that. It's possible that I should be doing it like this. I bet you if you got like a professional to do it, I bet you they do that. Hey, you might be wondering, hey, why the hell is he back at this spot again? Well, I'll tell you what. I'm not even close to finished with this first bottle. I've done the whole truck. I've done all the painted parts. I'll tell you, that scares me. It scares me because I know I didn't undercoat this thing. I didn't. Put my drops on, did a little section. Put my drops on, did a little section. So I don't know. I don't need 2 bottles. I was told something like this, you're going to need 2 bottles. I don't even need a half a bottle to get done with this truck. That's either one of 2 things, right? I completely screwed up, right? Completely and totally screwed up. Or they wanted me to buy an extra bottle for no reason. That's a bad sign if it's true. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use the rest of this bottle. I'm going over this truck again. I'm gonna do the entire thing again. And I'm using this thing up until it is gone. That's it. I'm gonna put another coat on right now. This one was already on. I can see the shine. It's just like it was that first time. It's looking beautiful. I bet you if I touched it right now without a glove on, my hand, I'd probably fall on the floor. I'm gonna do it again. And I'll probably get done with most of this truck, I would think. I think I'm gonna get done with most of this truck, if not all of it. So I'm not gonna do that on camera, but we're gonna report back a couple of weeks. Hey, if it's still good in a couple of weeks, I might delay a week just to make sure. But yeah, all right. Talk to you later. See ya. All right, very quickly here. It's been way longer than 3 weeks. It's been over 2 months. I left the car in the garage for over a week. No, 7 days, and then I didn't wash the car for a total of 10 days. I put 2 coats of ceramic coating on. 10 days later, I sprayed it down with water, no soap. Mud was flaking off pretty quickly. I was surprised at that. I waited another 2 weeks because I didn't want to do this video. 2 weeks, I did the same thing, sprayed it down with water, mud flaking off very easily. I said, okay, I gotta wait another 3 weeks. Mud was flaking off very easily, same thing, no soap. I said, all right, I'm gonna wait another whatever, a couple of weeks, and we're gonna do this video. And I'm gonna wash it with soap and I'm gonna give my opinion. And I did that, I washed it with the soap that AvalonKing gave me, and it does seem like it's easier to wash. Things are coming off of it easier. Is it like the be-all, end-all, like mud hits it and bounces off? No. But it's pretty easy to wash the car, and it seems like just water, spraying water, does 75% of the work. It's surprising. What can I say? I can only report back. Will it be this way in 8 more months? I don't know. I'm going to report back. Probably I'll wait another 6 months and I'll give you another report. One thing I'll say is that there was one part of this that I didn't tell you about, and that is that on this side of the car, there was a spot with a whole bunch of scratches, pretty good scratches, not deep scratches, but stuff that if I used like a swirl fine scratch remover, I could really get it to 25% of what it was. And then if you hit a polish, you can make it disappear for a little while until obviously, you wash the car and then that polish kind of degrades and then you can kind of see those fine scratches again. Well, ceramic coating says is that whatever's on that car is going to be on that car for a year, 2 years. That's what they said. So I said, hey, that means that if I polish this spot, right, and I wait till the polish is nice and dry and a ceramic coat over it, you shouldn't see those fine scratches. That's what I did. I put the ceramic coating over it, and I have to say, I cannot see those fine scratches anymore. So that is very interesting to me. I will be honest with you, that is interesting. So if you've got some fine scratches and you want to polish them and put the ceramic coating on, and it might be worth it for that. I didn't do any of the trim. People say you put the trim, you do it on trim. Trim is nice for like 6 months, a year, beautiful, like nice and black, not like that back to black stuff where it lasts like a couple weeks. I don't know. Is it worth it? If it lasts a year and you can get a 1 canister kit with the shampoo and everything for $75, and then like once a year you buy 1 canister alone because the shampoo is not going to run out. You can have that for a while. It's probably worth it if it lasts a year or longer. I would say is it the be like I said, this is the most amazing thing in the world? No, it's not. But it's a lot easier to put on than wax. Wax does last a while, and there's no like bake time. There's a bake time on this. You can't wash it, and you probably shouldn't get it wet for at least a few days. That's what I would do. I would do it on a Friday after work or something like that, and then drive it to work on Monday. Don't touch it. Well, my battery's going to run out. If you could not drive it till that Monday morning, that would be great. If you could put it into a garage, that's even better. Obviously, if you got a truck like this, it's going to be difficult to get into the garage. I know a lot of people have issues with that. But yeah, I mean, do it in the summer. Do it in the summer would be nice because you get that daylight savings time where it's not dark till like 8:30, 9 o'clock. You could do it after work. It's not going to take that long. It's really not going to take that long, I have to say. And it's a lot easier than wax. You don't need to do any of that stuff. It's I don't know. It's definitely simpler. There's no doubt about that. Do not pay $300 to have somebody do this. You can do it yourself. It is simple. It's Probably a good thing to do if you can get it cheap. Don't be stupid like me and fall into prey to these. You need 2 canisters because now I got this other canister. I don't know what the hell to do with. Maybe I'll do the trim. If I do the trim, I'll do another video just like this where it's a long time frame. But other than that, that's it. I don't know what else to say. It's doing something for sure. How long will it last? I'm not sure, but it's been over 2 months as of this moment. And that fine scratch thing, that impressed is a strong word, but I'm a little impressed by that part. And that's something, if you got some fine scratches, that you might want to look into this. So, all right, everyone. Thanks.